Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another Advent of Code video, and today we're doing not just Advent of Code, but we are also reviewing a new chair. I know there's some people who are extremely peculiar when it comes to office chairs and they only like a specific type of office chair. I am open to different models and different ranges of chairs, so I do enjoy trying them out and seeing how I feel when I use them. I've been using this one now for 2 weeks, probably. So I have some thoughts to share with you. Before we get into that though, I want to preface this video by saying that I have been working extremely hard lately on my full-time job. If you're new here, I am a full-time software engineer and I do YouTube as a hobby on the side. I have a deadline for the 1st of January and there was a lot of work which still needed to get done, and therefore I couldn't keep up with Advent of Code. I apologize for being a bit behind, but I still like to do them and to share them with you. Obviously, we have a festive theme going on today. I got these for the video. I hope you enjoyed them. So yeah, let's get started. Today we're doing day 6 of Advent of Code. In the challenge of day 6, we need to simulate the movement of a guard, which is patrolling a map in a lab. So the guard moves forward unless it's blocked by an obstacle, in which case they turn 90 degrees to the right. And the task for this specific challenge involves counting the number of unique positions the guard will visit until he exits the map. And then for part 2, we must find positions where adding an obstruction can force the guard into an infinite loop, making the rest of the lab safe for exploration. So I did start on part 2, but again, I wasn't able to reach a correct result. In my defense though, I'm doing everything without AI. I'm not looking up any solutions on AI. I'm solving everything myself. And as I said, I do have very limited time because I've been working evenings and sometimes weekends. Maybe if I had had more time, I would have been able to solve part 2. Maybe. But for now, let's share what I did for part 1. As we spent dozens of hours coding away on these Advent of Code problems, we are reminded just of how important it is to be comfortable while we do so. So I would like to introduce the sponsor of this Advent of Code video, Hbada. As I already mentioned, I do like to try new office chairs, and this is the Hbada E3 Ergonomic office chair. My first impression from the chair after using it for the first time was that it is very comfortable and very spacious, and it is really tailored to your well-being. It has a lot of extra features which provide additional lumbar supports, and having grown up with a physiotherapist as a dad, I do pay attention to that. I must say it is quite comfortable, and I like how we can tailor it to fit our body perfectly. It has this very unique 3-zone floating wing lumbar support, and adjusting the wings is really easy because they're quite flexible, so you simply move them into where you want them to go. The chair has some features which are pretty unique and pretty cool. I personally hadn't used them before. We have these foldable armrests with 6 degrees of freedom. It's a game changer because you can really customize it and make it perfect for your own sitting position. And we also have an adjustable headrest which helps to keep your neck relaxed. It also has a foldable footrest, which is pretty cool in my opinion. When you spend many hours at the desk, sometimes you just want to take a break and you want to put your feet up, and this is perfect for that. I think this chair is a really solid choice if you're looking for personalized comfort at a great price point. So if you're looking for a chair like this, make sure to check it out with the link in my bio. My solution for day 6 is based on the idea of doing collision detection on the map. It's not really a map traversal like a grid traversal because we won't be visiting every element of the grid, but rather we will be walking through a very specific path, and we will only change directions if we hit an obstacle. So basically we need to walk through the grid and we need to keep checking whether there is an obstacle, and if so, we need to change directions. I did make a video coding up the Tetris game, and I think Tetris is a really good example of doing collision detection. So if you want, you can check it out so that you can get comfortable with collision detection if you've never coded that up before. So for the solution, I start by finding all the positions of the obstacles and I turn that into a NumPy array. Obviously, we do this after we read in the input data, which is given by the exercise. Then I advance through the NumPy array and I keep track of the positions that I visited in a separate variable. This second variable will be of the same size as the map, and it will be initialized with zeros. This is where we will keep track of things. So as we are advancing through the map, we check if the next position is within bounds and whether it is an obstacle or not. If it is an obstacle, I turn the movement towards the right. And this is where I was kind of inspired by my Tetris video. I created a move class with moving directions. So it has a move array with the directions that the guard should turn to based on his previous position and his previous direction. If there is no obstacle, I simply keep advancing in the same direction, and I make sure to keep track of each position that I visit by flipping my visited array from 0 to 1 at every step of the way. If we did this correctly, then at the end, all we need to do is to sum up all of the ones we have in our visited array. That is what I'm doing here in this function. So in the end, we get the count of all the unique positions which the guard had to visit until he exited the map. For part 2, I have some beef with part 2 as well. I got into an infinite loop. It was quite funny, actually. So this is everything I have for you guys for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments how you solved this challenge and give me any tips you might have for part 2 as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely holiday season if you celebrate, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!